All right. So now we're going to start on our back and we're going to ball up. We're going to bring our knees up. I got to move my little mic clip. All right. So we're going to bring our knees, give them a little hug right here. And then we're going to roll one side. Rest of us. So we look over our shoulder and then roll it on over. This is called an egg roll. So you're just being an egg roll. Good. So again, the eyes and the face lead the way. And we're just hugging our knees. We'll just do a couple more of these. Good. Awesome. And then come back to center here. We'll come up and then we're going to come on all fours. It is cold on my porch, so I have lots of layers on. All right, so we're on all fours. I'm going to start with my toes, like just the tops of my toes down, so tops of my feet on the floor, and we're going to rock. And you can make this rock as big as you want to. This is good for getting just about all your joints going, loosened up. Good. Now let's flip the toes so that the bottoms of our toes are on the ground, and we're going to keep rocking. And we can go a little wider with our knees. And again, just rock as deeply as feels okay to you. Always adjust if something doesn't feel right. Good. And then we're going to hang back here. You don't have to sit all the way back. I like to, but if that's not comfortable, adjust it a little bit. We're going to just do some head nods. So we're going to tuck our chin. Then we're going to look up. And we'll add some breath here. So we're going to exhale as we tuck the chin. And inhale as we look up. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, look up. Good. One more tuck. And one more look up. So now let's keep our knees a little bit wide. You can do the toes either way you like. And we're going to come down on elbows. And then from here, we're going to do just a little bit more rocking. And then we're going to pause our rocking and look over one way and look the other way. Like you're trying to see if your feet are back there. They are. Spoiler alert. Good. So we're getting our head moving, but we can have a little twisting, a little bending in the side as well. Good. All right, now we're going to come up to all fours again. And we're just going to crawl. So opposite arm and leg. And as we do, we're going to look straight ahead, looking at the horizon. And just depending on how much room you've got, we're going to crawl forward and back, keeping our gaze ahead the whole time, and keeping opposite arm and leg moving together. Good. Doing great. Now, if you want, well, let's come back to that in a second. We'll come back to the next challenge for this one in a second. So now, the little coordination challenge, we're going to go sideways. So we're going to travel one way, still opposite arm and leg. Good. Sometimes if this takes your brain a second to get what the heck you got to do with your arm and leg, that's all right. That way for almost everybody. So we're going sideways, opposite arm and leg. Good. And back to your little center spot. And now we're going to see if we can go in a circle. So this one messed with my brain the first time I did it. So we're going to go around like we're spinning on an axis. And when we come to the opposite position, we're going to go around the other way. So you might have this super easy. For me, I had to think like I'm making my hands and knees kind of look like an X. So it's one side goes and the other. Still opposite. Good. All right. Good job. So now we're just going to come and bring one foot up in front. So we're nice and up and down over this one knee, and you can leave your foot either down or flip the toes up, whichever's more comfortable. Everybody's different. We're going to bring hands together right here at our heart, and we're going to try and keep hips and below in place. And then from waist up, we're going to twist one way and then twist the other way. Good. Twist. Again, trying to keep the hips stationary. Good. Good. Now we're going to switch our feet. So the other one will come up. Again, having ourselves all lined up over that one knee, hands at our heart. And we'll twist waist in above. Good. Little pause each time in the middle here. Good. Okay, now we're coming back to all fours again. We're going to do a little hip mobility. So what we'll do is hands are planted right underneath our shoulders. Then we're going to we'll go ahead and flex the foot. Then we're going to push our heel up to the sky, then make a circle around and bring it in. Push it up to the sky. Then we're going to bring it in like towards our chest and then out for a circle. Good. So we push it back, take it around the outside for a circle. Then we push it back, bring it into the chest, and take it out for another circle the other way. Good. Push and bring it around. And then back into the chest and around. Good. One more. Good. Now put that knee on the floor and we're going to do it with the other leg. So now we'll flex that foot, push the heel up, bring it out and around, push it up, bring it into the chest, and then out and around. Good. Keep that motion going, keeping the foot flexed. Doing great. Into the chest, pushing the heel. If you're at a different pace than I am, that's fine. Good, and just one more. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to work our way up now. So I'm going to be standing the rest of the time, and we're going to need weights. So make sure you've got those handy. And how we'll do it is in a little intervals. So we'll do 40 seconds of work and then 20 seconds of rest between each thing. We've got 3 exercises that we will repeat. So the first thing we're going to do is a reverse lunge. So I'm just going to hold a weight in each hand. All right, y'all ready? We're about to beep here. I've got my little timer going. All right, so we're going to take a foot back for a reverse lunge. You don't have to go this low. We're alternating each leg. So if you want to just step to here or wherever, that's fine. You find what works for you. And we're going to do this movement for 40 seconds. And then we'll rest for 20 seconds and I'll show you the next one. Almost done, you got it. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is bring our weights up to our shoulders. We're gonna think about engaging our core, and we're just gonna be pressing weights up overhead. We're hanging out for a second. We have a few more seconds for our little resty period. All right, here we go. So we're gonna press overhead and down. Good. Press. And our goal here is nice straight elbows at the top. Good. And you do not have to go the same pace I am. That's one of the great things about doing this to intervals. It's not a certain amount of reps we've got to get in. It's based on how you're feeling, how much weight you're moving. Good. My porch doesn't seem quite so cold now. All right. So now the next exercise we're going to do is just going to be a bicep curl and a calf raise. So we're actually going to keep the weights facing this direction like for a hammer curl rather than having them like this. They're going to stay by our sides. And we're going to come up on our toes as we do it. So let's curl. And each time we're coming up on our toes as we curl. Good. Doing fabulous. Remember going at your own pace. Good. Just 3 more seconds. There we go. All right. So if you want to set them down a minute, shake things out. Then we're going to come back to those reverse lunges. We're going to go through each of those 3 exercises, a total of 3 rounds. And then we'll be back. Then we'll start on a new set. All right. So here we go. We're doing our reverse lunges. And go. So we'll step it back. Step it back. Good. And you always have the option, if you want, if it feels like too much with the weights, you can set them down and continue to do this motion, this movement without them. This is your workout, so make it work for you. Good. 5 seconds. There you go. Rest. So the next one's going to be those overhead presses. Another option you have on these, if you prefer, if it's feeling like a lot for both of them, is you can alternate sides. All right, we're getting set up. And here we go. So another option would be one side and then the other. That's up to you, or both. Now, as you do these, might seem a little odd, but if you squeeze your glutes and your quads, your thighs, it can help you have a stronger overhead press. All right, we're at our rest. So hang out. And then we're coming back to our little bicep curls and our calf raises. I feel like I should do a little dance on the rest breaks, but I'll let you do your own little dance. All right, here we go. We're going to curl and come up on our toes. When I'm doing my workouts here at home with nobody watching, I have been known to have some little dance parties on my breaks between sets. Good. And as we do these bicep curls, we are trying not to just use the momentum, trying to really think about making those arms work. All right. And you got a break again. So we're going through those one more time, which means we're going to come around to our reverse lunges again for one more set. All righty, we're getting ready. And here we go. Reverse lunge. And the other side. Again, remember, you can go at your own pace. Doing great. 10 more seconds. Whoop. All right, there's your break. Dance it out. At least keep moving a little bit. Next up's going to be our overhead presses again. All right, let's get ready to go. And here we go. Let's work. Pressing them up high. Keeping our core engaged so we're not arching our back as we do these. Squeezing the glutes. Squeezing the quads. Doing great. Just 5 more seconds. I think we can get one more rep in. All right. One more time with our calf raises and bicep curls. And then we'll move on to a whole new set of exercises. Actually, there is some merit to little dance breaks, which I'll talk about in a second. All right, bicep curls. Here we go. Up on our toes. Good. Staying moving between exercise sets helps keep the blood pumping. You don't have to, be jumping around or whatever. You can still let your heart rate come back down. Shaking the arms and legs out. There's great benefit to that too, because it's almost like a little massage for your muscles that are working. It's just more fun if you put it in the form of a dance. Good. All right. Set them down, shake it out. You've got a minute now between sets. So I'm going to show you the next things. Actually, I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay. So the next exercises that we're going to be doing is going to be, we're going to start with bent arms with dumbbells here. We're going to squeeze and open, squeeze and open. That's going to be our first exercise. The second one is going to be a narrow squat where you can hold one dumbbell if you want, or two here close, and then we'll just keep feet relatively close. They don't have to touch, and we'll squat. Okay, so if you want to keep them, try not to make them more than hip width. It just kind of works things a little differently doing the narrow squat. And then we're going to do a lateral hop. So we'll hold one weight right here. We'll hop to the side and then balance. Hop to the side and balance. And you can make this hop as enthusiastic or not. You can keep it totally no impact, or you can really jump it out. Either way. Okay, we've got like 10 more seconds. So we're going to go through these little exercises 3 rounds each. And then you'll be done. All right. bent arms, weight in each hand, and let's squeeze them together and open. Good, squeeze and open. Obviously not bonking yourself in the face. Don't squeeze your head in there. And work on making sure that you're not arching your back. That's easy to do in this one, especially if you've got relatively heavy weights. Good. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open. Good. Just 5 more seconds. We can get one more in here and then bring it on down. Shake it on out. We're going to do the narrow squat. So remember, you can do both weights here, or if you've got relatively heavy and you just want to hold one like this, you can also do that. All right, here we go. We're just going to squat, keeping their weights right here. They're not going to move. And you adjust your squat for what is a challenge for you. Trying to think about keeping weight back in your heels, which is actually usually a little bit easier when we're holding weights like this in the front because we have to counterbalance. So it's a good way to practice keeping weight back in our heels. Good. All right, we're to our rest again. So I'm going to set one down so I can do the little hop holding just one weight right here at my neck, like a little bow tie. Wiggling and breathing. All right. So let's have our one little weight. And we're going to hop to the side. Remember, hop, big hop, little hop. And then add a little balance. Good. And going at your own pace and your own enthusiasm level, depending on how you're feeling today. Good. All right, there's our rest. We've got 20 seconds to dance it out. And then we're going to do those squeezes again. Now, sometimes if you have more than one set of dumbbells, different weights, you might want to try with different weights. Here we go, squeeze. Because different exercises, you're going to be able to use more than in other exercises. And those, thankfully, have still been relatively easy to find in stores, even just places like Walmart. A lot of other equipment has been in short supply, big demand. Good, one more. All right, bring them on down. Shake it on out. We'll do our little narrow squats next. Shaking everything out. I would probably break into a dance if I had music on, but it's all right. All right, let's bring our weights up. We're gonna get ready for our narrow squats. Good, here we go. And squat. Good. Only 8 seconds left. All righty, there's your break. We'll do our little lateral hops next. I also read that above ground pools and trampolines were in big demand since all the pandemic stuff. I guess people need stuff to do at home and keep the kids busy. All right, here we go. Hops. Good. Ten more seconds. Good. And there's your break. Shake things out. Wiggle them around. The bent arm squeezes are going to be next. All righty. Getting ready. Last set of these. Here we go. And we'll squeeze and open. Good. You're almost there. Almost done with this set. 5 more seconds. Good. Let's see if we can get one more. And bring them down. Good job. One more set of squats coming up next. All righty. Bring those weights up to our shoulders. And we're going to squat. Here we go. You got this. You're almost done. And then you will have had a good workout, working pretty much every part of your body, plus some mobility, and in just 30 minutes. Good. 15 seconds. Super. Last one. There we go. All right. So next is going to be our lateral hops, and that's our last thing. It doesn't feel cold on my porch anymore. All right. Getting ready here. And hop. Good. Doing fantastic. 10 more seconds. Almost there. One more hop. Perfect. Set that little sucker down. And let's just do a couple of quick stretches. You can do more on your own. Get that little arm pulled across. Some little circles. Good. We can bring that arm up and over. Get a little tricep stretch. Anytime you do this one, just make sure you're not yanking on your neck. Good. And shake it all out. And let's bring that other arm across. Wrists and fingers. Good. And then bring it up and over. Good deal. And shake everything out. Good, good, good. Thanks so much for joining me today.